Stop negative thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Overcome fear, anger, and anxiety. Stoicism. Have you ever opened your eyes in the morning and felt the weight already pressing down before your feet even hit the floor? That knot in your stomach from imagining arguments that haven't happened, mistakes you'll probably make, or things spiraling out of control. Or maybe you catch yourself snapping at your partner over something small, then spending the next hour replaying it, feeling the anger burn hotter with every mental loop. Fear whispers, "What if?" Anger shouts, "They're wrong." Anxiety keeps the heart racing for hours over nothing concrete. You're not weak. This is just the untrained mind doing what it's wired to do, protect you by obsessing over threats, real or invented. The good news? You can build an inner fortress so solid that these storms hit the walls and lose strength. You don't need therapy bills, endless meditation apps, or perfect circumstances. You need practical tools that work right now. As Seneca wrote, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Marcus Aurelius kept reminding himself, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. If you're just joining us, welcome. Hit subscribe right now so you never miss these no-nonsense Stoic steps that actually change how you feel day to day. Like this post if the opening just described your mornings too, and drop "I can overcome" in the comments below to commit and connect with others doing the same. Stick with me to the end. The final takeaway is a dead simple daily habit that ties everything together and starts fortifying your mind today. Here are 8 solid, actionable points drawn straight from Stoic wisdom. Let's begin. 1. Separate what you control from what you don't. Most of your suffering comes from trying to control things that are completely outside your reach. Other people's opinions, how they treat you, random events like traffic or bad weather, the economy, what happened yesterday, or what might happen tomorrow. None of these are in your hands. When you pour energy into them, fear grows, anger flares, and anxiety takes root because you're fighting a battle you can't win. Marcus Aurelius wrote this reminder to himself over and over in his private journal. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. He understood that the moment you accept this split, half the emotional weight drops away. Your judgments, your choices, your intentions, your effort right now, those are yours. Everything else belongs to the world. In practice, this looks simple but feels powerful. The next time a negative wave hits, maybe your boss ignores your email, a friend cancels plans, or you hear bad news on the phone, stop. Take one deep breath. Ask yourself clearly, what part of this is actually in my control? Be honest. If the answer is nothing or only how I respond, say it out loud or in your head. This is not mine to control. Then redirect your attention to what is. Can I reply calmly? Can I prepare better next time? Can I treat myself with patience instead of self-criticism? Do this every single time the urge to worry or rage appears. At first, it feels awkward, like you're ignoring a fire alarm, but after a few days, you'll notice the alarm gets quieter because you're no longer feeding it fuel. Anxiety especially shrinks fast here. Most of it comes from imagining you must fix or prevent things you can't touch. Fear of rejection? You can't control if they like you, but you can control showing up authentically. Anger at injustice? You can't change the past action, but you can choose a measured response that protects your peace. Seneca echoed this by saying, external things are indifferent, neither good nor bad, until you judge them so. Your inner fortress starts with this one clear line. What's mine? What's not? Guard the line daily. When you stop wrestling the uncontrollable, you free up real strength for the things that matter. Over weeks, this habit alone can cut your daily emotional noise in half. It's not suppression, it's redirection. Try it on one trigger today. Watch how the storm loses its force when you refuse to engage what's beyond the balls. 2. Challenge the story your mind tells. Your mind is a storyteller, and it loves dramatic, scary tales. I'm gonna mess this up completely. They think I'm useless. Everything always goes wrong for me. These aren't truths, they're interpretations, often exaggerated to keep you alert. But the alert system is on overdrive, turning neutral events into catastrophes. Seneca pointed out that we suffer more in imagination than in reality because we add layers of meaning that aren't there. Marcus Aurelius put it plainly, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment. The pain lives in the story, not the fact. Revoke the bad estimate and the emotion weakens. Here's how to do it practically, step by step. When a negative thought lands, heart racing, chest tight, mind spinning, pause. Don't fight it or push it away, that makes it stickier. Instead, treat it like a suspicious claim in court. Ask 3 questions. 1. Is this 100% true, or is it just a feeling dressed as fact? 2. What real evidence do I have right now to support this story? Not old memories or what-ifs, current, concrete proof. 3. What's a more balanced or opposite version that could also be true? Write the answers if you can. Pen and paper make it harder for the mind to dodge. Example, thought, my partner is pulling away, they're going to leave. Evidence, 1 short reply today. Balanced view, they might be busy, tired, or dealing with their own stress. Opposite, they texted good morning yesterday and planned dinner this weekend. Suddenly, the story loses its grip. Do this with anger too. They're deliberately trying to ruin my day. Evidence, a rude comment. Balanced, maybe they're having a terrible morning themselves. The emotion cools when you see it's not personal malice, but human messiness. Anxiety feeds on certainty of doom. Challenge it with maybe not, and it starves. Make it a habit. Set a phone reminder twice a day to catch one automatic thought and question it. Over time, your mind stops believing every dark narrative it spins. You become the editor, not the passive audience. This isn't positive thinking, it's accurate thinking. Seneca warned against borrowing trouble from the future. Questioning the story stops the loan. Marcus Aurelius reviewed his impressions constantly to keep them rational. You can too. Start small. Next anxious loop or angry replay, stop and ask the questions. The inner fortress gets stronger every time you refuse to accept fiction. As fact. 3. Delay anger. Wait it out. Anger feels like an emergency, hot, fast, and demanding immediate action. Seneca described it as a brief madness because it hijacks reason and makes you act in ways you later regret. He insisted the best remedy is delay. Give the first intense impulse time to cool, and it often dissolves on its own. The initial spark is sharp, but if you don't fan it with more thoughts or words, it burns out quickly. Marcus Aurelius dealt with this too, reminding himself to pause before responding to provocation. He knew anger thrives on speed. Slow it down and you regain control. In real life, this means creating a deliberate gap between trigger and reaction. When someone cuts you off in traffic, your child talks back, or a coworker takes credit for your work, don't snap back right away. Instead, force a pause. Count slowly to 10 or 20 if needed. Step away physically, leave the room, go to the bathroom, take a short walk around the block. Splash cold water on your face or wrists. The physical sensation shocks the nervous system and breaks the emotional momentum. While you wait, ask yourself 2 key questions Seneca inspired. Will this incident matter in a week, in a month, in a year? Be brutally honest. 90% of the time, the answer is no. The slight, the insult, the unfairness fades into nothing. If it truly won't matter long term, why let it steal your peace now? This perspective shift alone often drains the anger's fuel. Next, redirect the energy. Seneca advised rejecting anger at its first prickings, catch it early, and choose kindness or indifference instead. Instead of yelling, speak calmly or say nothing. Replace the urge to attack with a small act of restraint or even generosity. Offer help, listen more, or simply breathe through it. Over time, this trains your brain that anger doesn't get the last word. Start small to build the habit. Pick one common anger trigger, traffic, family disagreements, work emails, and commit to delaying your response every time it happens for the next week. Track it. Note the trigger, how long you delayed, and how the feeling changed. Most people find the intensity drops dramatically after just seconds of waiting. The inner fortress grows when you prove to yourself that you don't have to react instantly. You can choose calm. Anger loses its grip when you stop treating every irritation like a crisis. Practice this consistently, and you'll notice fewer blow-ups and more steady days. 5. Live only in the present moment. Fear and anxiety almost always live in the future. What if this goes wrong? What will happen next? Regret and resentment pull you into the past. I should have said that differently, or they shouldn't have done that. Both pull attention away from the only place life actually happens, right now. Marcus Aurelius captured this perfectly. True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. He trained himself to focus on the current task, the current breath, the current choice, knowing that worrying about tomorrow or replaying yesterday only multiplies suffering. Seneca agreed, warning that we ruin the present by anticipating troubles that may never come or by dwelling on losses already gone. The mind's habit of time traveling creates endless loops of negative emotion. To break them, you have to anchor yourself firmly in the here and now. A quick, practical way to do this is the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique. When you feel the spiral starting, thoughts racing, body tensing, stop and name 5 things you can see right in front of you: the desk, a window, your hands. 4 things you can physically touch: your chair, clothes, phone, floor. 3 things you can hear: traffic outside, your breathing, a clock ticking. 2 things you can smell: coffee, fresh air, soap. 1 thing you can taste: gum, water, or just your mouth. This simple sensory scan forces your attention back to the immediate environment and interrupts the mental story. Pair it with slow, deliberate breathing. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 6. Do 3 rounds. The body calms, the mind follows. Marcus Aurelius used similar focus on the current task, whether eating, walking, or working, treating each moment as complete in itself. Apply this during daily routines, while brushing your teeth, eating lunch, or waiting in line. Notice only what's happening now. If the mind wanders to worries, gently bring it back without judgment. Over days, this habit weakens the pull of past and future. Anxiety loses power because it can't survive when you refuse to feed it projections. Fear shrinks when you stay with what's real and immediate. If you're subscribed, you've probably tried versions of this before. Now make it non-negotiable. Set a reminder 3 times a day to pause and ground. Like and share if this resonates so far. It's one of the fastest ways to quiet the inner noise. The inner fortress stands strongest when built on the solid ground of the present, not the shifting sands of what was or what might be. Start anchoring today. The calm compounds quickly. 5. Practice premeditatio malorum. Deliberately think the bad. One of the most powerful Stoic tools for reducing fear and anxiety is premeditatio malorum, deliberately imagining potential hardships before they happen. Seneca recommended this practice not to dwell in gloom, but to strip surprise and terror from misfortune. When you mentally rehearse loss, failure, rejection, illness, or criticism ahead of time, the real event loses much of its sting because your mind has already visited that territory and seen you survive it. Fear thrives on the unknown. Premeditation makes the unknown familiar. Here's how to do it practically without turning it into rumination. Set aside 5 to 10 minutes each morning or evening in a quiet spot. Close your eyes and calmly visualize 1 or 2 specific difficulties that could realistically occur today or soon. Your presentation flops, a loved one gets upset with you, you receive bad health news, money gets tight, or a plan falls apart. Picture the scene clearly,
the words said, the feelings that arise, the physical sensations. Don't exaggerate or add drama. Keep it factual. Then shift to the response. See yourself breathing steadily, remembering what's in your control, speaking with clarity if needed, acting with integrity, and accepting what you can't change. Imagine feeling the initial discomfort, but choosing not to let it derail you. End with a return to the present with a sense of, if it comes, I'll handle it. This turns vague what-if dread into concrete if-then readiness. Start with mild scenarios to build comfort, then move to bigger ones as the habit strengthens. Do it daily for consistency. Seneca treated it like mental armor. Over weeks, you'll notice fear arriving with less intensity because part of your mind has already been there. Anxiety about uncertainty drops because you've rehearsed the uncertainty and come out steady. Important, keep the tone neutral and solution-focused. This isn't self-torture. If it ever feels overwhelming, shorten the session or pair it with gratitude afterward. The goal is preparation, not panic. Marcus Aurelius used this to face emperors, wars, and personal grief without losing composure. You can use it to face traffic jams, tough conversations, or job rejections with the same steady core. Make it a non-negotiable morning ritual and watch how fear stops ambushing you. It knocks, but the fortress door stays calm.
6. Turn perspective upside down. When negative emotions lock in, the fastest way to loosen their hold is to flip your viewpoint completely. Marcus Aurelius frequently did this with people who angered him. Instead of seeing them as enemies, he reminded himself they were fellow humans, flawed, ignorant of better ways, or acting out of their own pain and confusion. This shift from judgment to understanding replaces rage with something closer to pity or patience. Seneca took a similar approach to suffering in general. Zoom out to see how small our troubles are in the vast scheme of time and space. A problem that feels world-ending today looks trivial when viewed against the scale of the universe or even a single lifetime. This isn't dismissal, it's proportion. By changing the lens, you change the emotion. Practical application for anger. The moment someone frustrates or hurts you, pause and ask, if I behaved exactly like that, what inner pain, fear, or ignorance would be driving me? Picture their possible backstory: exhaustion, insecurity, a bad day, lack of skill in handling emotions. This humanizes them instantly. You don't have to forgive on the spot, but the heat drops when you see the behavior as a symptom of their struggle rather than a personal attack. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you are offended at any man's fault, turn to yourself and study your own failings." That self-reflection often softens the judgment outward too. For anxiety or fear, use the cosmic zoom out. Seneca advised imagining your worries from the perspective of the stars. This deadline, this argument, this uncertainty is a speck in an endless cosmos. Ask, how important will this seem in 5 years, in 50? From the viewpoint of someone on another continent. Most times the answer shrinks the issue to size. Write it down if needed. This feels huge right now, but in the grand timeline, it's one moment among billions. Combine both for tough days. When anger and anxiety mix, first humanize the person involved, then zoom out on the situation. Practice daily by picking one trigger from the day and deliberately flipping the perspective, either toward compassion for others or proportion for the event. Over time, this becomes automatic. The mind stops defaulting to victimhood or outrage and starts defaulting to clarity. This isn't forced positivity, it's deliberate reframing based on reality. The inner fortress strengthens because you refuse to let narrow, ego-driven views dictate your peace. Seneca said we suffer more from imagination than reality. Flipping perspective starves that imagination. Marcus Aurelius lived it through plagues, betrayals, and loss. Apply it once today on something small and build from there. The view changes, and so does the storm. 7. Replace emotion with action. Negative emotions like fear, anger, or anxiety can feel all-consuming, but fighting them directly often backfires. It's like trying to push water away with your hands. The Stoics knew better. Don't battle the feeling, override it with deliberate action. Marcus Aurelius emphasized focusing on virtue in every moment. Give yourself a gift, the present moment.
People out for posthumous fame forget that the generations will feel about them exactly as we feel about our own. What difference does it make? He pushed for actions rooted in certainty of judgment, unselfish deeds, and a welcoming disposition to what comes, turning emotional energy into productive steps. Seneca reinforced this by advising that we act in ways that align with reason, not impulse. When emotion surges, channel it into something concrete and opposing. Feel fear gripping you before a call or meeting? Break it by taking one small step toward it. Send the email, make the note, or rehearse one line. Angry after a disagreement? Counter it with an act of kindness. Text a friend something nice, help a colleague, or clean up a space. Anxiety spinning? Ground it with physical action. Go for a 10-minute walk, stretch, or organize your desk. The key is replacement, not resistance. In practice, this means spotting the emotion early and having a go-to list of countermoves ready. Build the habit step by step. When negativity hits, pause for a second and ask, what one small action can I take right now that moves me forward or helps someone else? Make it tiny to avoid overwhelm. Journal 3 facts about the situation, not feelings. Do 10 push-ups or water a plant. Marcus Aurelius lived this through his duties as emperor. Amid chaos, he chose actions of justice and self-control, letting virtue guide over emotion. Track it to make it stick. Keep a simple note on your phone. Each time you replace emotion with action, jot the trigger, the action taken, and how you felt after. Over a week, you'll see patterns. Fear eases when you move toward it. Anger fades when redirected to good. This rewires your brain. Instead of looping in misery, you build momentum through doing. Seneca said, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that things are difficult." Action dissolves the perceived barrier. Start today with one emotion you battle most. If fear, commit to one daily scary micro-task. If anger, have a kindness ritual ready. The inner fortress solidifies as you prove emotions don't dictate, your choices do. Over months, this becomes instinct. Storm hits, action follows, calm returns. If this is hitting home, drop a like, share with a friend battling the same storm, and subscribe for more practical steps. You're not stuck in feelings, you're the one who acts. 8. Build daily reflection and gratitude. The Stoics didn't just react to life, they reviewed it deliberately to learn and strengthen. Marcus Aurelius made this a nightly ritual in his meditations, jotting down reflections on the day, what went well, what he controlled, what slipped, and lessons pulled from it all. He'd remind himself of basics like health and freedom, cultivating gratitude to balance the mind. This wasn't navel-gazing, it was practical training to spot patterns, weaken negatives, and amplify steadiness. Seneca echoed the value of sufficiency. True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient, for he that so wants nothing. End your day by reviewing not just failures, but wins and basics you often overlook: breath in your lungs, food on the table, a roof overhead, another chance tomorrow. This shifts focus from what's lacking to what's abundant, starving negative patterns of attention. Here's a simple structure to follow. Set 5 to 10 minutes before bed. Grab a notebook or app. First, list 3 things that went well today, no matter how small, like a good conversation or finishing a task. Second, note what was in your control and how you handled it. I chose calm in that meeting, or I delayed anger with the kids. Third, identify one lesson. Traffic jam showed me patience practice. Finally, express gratitude for 3 essentials: health, relationships, simple comforts. Keep it factual and brief, no essays needed. Marcus Aurelius used this to endure loss and leadership stress, turning experiences into wisdom. Do it nightly and you'll train your mind to hunt for good amid bad, making negative thoughts less sticky. Over time, anxiety quiets because you end days on a grounded note. Fear softens as you see past handling of hardships. Anger loses fuel when gratitude highlights shared humanity. Seneca advised examining your day like a steward reports to a master. Hold yourself accountable gently. To build the habit, link it to brushing teeth or turning off lights. If you miss a night, no self-criticism, just resume. Track progress. After a month, review how your outlook shifted. This fortifies the inner walls by reinforcing that life's storms pass and you grow through them. The practice turns random days into deliberate building blocks for Stoic strength. Start today. Every morning, repeat "I can overcome" 3 times. Then pick one point above, like separating control or delaying anger, and apply it to one situation. Track what happened in a note. Do this for a week. You'll notice the storms hit less hard. You've just read 8 practical Stoic tools straight from Marcus Aurelius and Seneca that can help you build an unbreakable inner fortress. These aren't fluffy ideas, they're habits you can start using right now to quiet fear, cool anger, and ease anxiety, one small choice at a time. If any part of this resonated with you, if you recognized your own morning dread, your quick temper, or that endless worry loop, don't let it end here. Take the next step. Hit that like button if this helped even a little. Drop "I can overcome" in the comments below to commit publicly and encourage others who are reading the same words right now. And subscribe so you get more no-nonsense, beginner-friendly Stoic practices delivered straight to you. Share this with one person you know who's quietly battling the same inner storms. You might be the reason their day turns around. You already have the power inside you. The only question is whether you'll use it consistently. Start small today, stay steady, and watch how much stronger you become. Thank you for reading all the way to the end. I'll see you in the next one. Like, comment, "I can overcome," subscribe, share. Stay strong.